Lee Kuan Yew would never have expected that Singapore would remain what it is today forever. I don't expect, and I don't think any of my colleagues in government expect it's going to remain this way forever. It has to evolve. We start with the cards we are dealt with. We start with history shapes choices, and the history I described briefly earlier on did shape choices. It shaped social choices, it shaped political choices. But we must never be trapped by our history. We have to keep evolving. And it is a worthy ideal to aspire for a system where individuals are well educated, are good judges for themselves of the information they read on the internet or on the media, are able to make their own minds up. I think that's a worthy ideal to aspire towards. But how do we do it in a way that's self-sustaining? And to think that you simply, if all forces are let loose, whether it's the media or anything else, that you're able to achieve the liberties that matter most to people. Safety, freedom of religious belief, the freedom to aspire in life and achieve what you want through hard work. Those are very important liberties.
But simplistically put, is there going to be room for more individualism in Singapore in the future?
So if you look at Singapore today compared to not even 50 years ago, 10 years ago, it's a vastly different place. It's a vastly different place. Singaporeans are educated, discerning, skeptical, and critical people. They know what's what. There's no doubt about it. And Singapore continues to evolve. It's a function, of course, of the fact that we've had some success in education. It's a function of the fact that, as you say, it's a digital world. It's an open world. So there's no doubt about it. But let's not think that we are all moving teleologically towards that destination that you now see in the United States or UK. We'll all have to evolve, and we all need some humility as to how we progress democracy.
But will Singapore always be the kind of society where the government says, ultimately, you can't live there because the quota for your particular ethnic grouping has already been reached, you've got to go and live there? Is it going to be that kind of society forever?
That's imponderable. I think it'll be naive to think that you can lift it and people will automatically gravitate towards diverse neighborhoods, and you won't in fact get the reverse. Because if you look at the most advanced democracies, that's exactly what's happened. You have in the United States, you have in France, you have in Germany, you have even in the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, half the Muslim population lives in your bottom 10% of neighborhoods. Did it happen because of some random chance? Or does it happen because that's the natural workings of society? We have to address these facts honestly and realize that, look, human beings aren't perfect. Everyone has biases, discomforts, a sense of liking or distrust for each other. And there is a role of government and elected representatives to unify people. And it doesn't happen through speeches. It means you need mechanisms, you need instruments. They mustn't be too constraining on individual choice, but you do need to constrain something. And you end up a better society, or don't you? That's the test, not whether the government is right. Do you end up a society that people feel more comfortable in? That's the real test. It's easy to talk about Singapore, but quite frankly, this is a challenge we all face.
Oh, absolutely.